What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, you may notice the sky out here is kind of scary looking. Oklahoma is on fire. Like, I drove through a fire where both sides of the road was burning, and it was crazy. And today, on top of all the fires and winds, sustained winds, 55, 60 miles an hour, gusts 75 miles an hour, of all the days for my 2025 Ram Rebel to break down, it did it again today. So my question is why? What is going on? I just took this truck to the dealership today. Now, I did not tell them that I was having any more problems with it because it stopped giving me issues. And it just went in for an oil change literally today. Today. It is March 14th, 2025. I just took it in for its first oil change at 5,500 miles, guys. It has 5,566 miles on it now. And boy, it was misfiring like crazy. And then it died. And that's the first time it's ever done that. It shut off. And I was like, oh, hell no, man. We're literally out here with fires blazing all over the state, and you're going to turn off? Like, no, man. I can't. We can't do that. So I contacted David Stanley, and I said, hey, I don't need to start it, I guess. I contacted, come on. There we go. I contacted David Stanley, and let me show you, just so you can see the miles there. 5,566. I told him, I said, this truck is garbage. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I love the truck. I literally love everything about this truck is perfect. I love the color. I love the wheels, those massive running boards. I love the interior, man. I love the Rebel and all the red accents. I absolutely love this truck. Now, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't sure if I was going to love the Hurricane engine or not, but I do, man. I miss the sound from the exhaust of a Hemi. Nothing beats the sound of a V8. This sounds kind of pathetic. You know, it kind of limp-wristed or something. But aside from the sound, the fact of the matter is, I love everything about the truck. I could deal with this twin-turbo engine all day long, not a problem. It's got plenty of power, decent fuel economy. I'm very happy overall with the truck, except for the fact that it's not reliable. It's not. You cannot count on this truck. In fact, now that it died on me, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not driving this home. I'm not driving this home because the road that I have to go back on is going to be going right back through where both sides of the road were literally on fire. So I'm hoping by the time I get out of here tonight, hopefully that road is not burning anymore. But I'm not going to drive something that could potentially leave me stuck where I could burn to death in a fire. And I'm not exaggerating, like seriously, no. Let's get into this Chrysler Dodge. I mean, I guess we'll call it a Dodge. We'll do a standalone order. And let's just see what happens here. It's got the VIN number, tell it okay. Give me a second. Let me get this thing, Ram 1500, it already knows. Let me get this thing brought up and let's see what codes we have this time. Would you look at that? We have new codes that I've never seen before. Oh man, cool. Pending. Downstream fuel trim rich. Wow, so we have, let's see, multiple cylinder misfire, cylinder 6 misfire, cylinder 5 misfire, ignition coil B secondary circuit, ignition coils 2 and 5 secondary circuit high, downstream fuel trim system 2 rich, fuel pressure sensor 2 circuit performance, and invalid data from ion sense module. What the hell is an ion sense module? The shifter, implausible data from the TCM. Implausible data from TCM on DPT. Then we've got implausible data received from the high vac control module, HVAC. We've got lost communication with the cluster, CCN, humidity sensor internal, media port 1 connection. We've got a U0080-00. It doesn't even know what that is. We've got trailer lamp circuits open. We have a gateway, a security gateway issue, a U0080-00, and that's it. A total of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 faults on a brand new freaking truck. Brand new. It's got 5,000 freaking miles on it, man. Come on, guys. Are you serious? 5,000 miles. And it's just the same problem over and over and over again, man. And I want to show you something, too. It just occurred to me, but let's pop this, too. All right. This just occurred to me, but I'm sure some people are wondering, did I ever put the cover back onto the engine? No, man, I didn't. I left it alone because the dealership said that was part of what was causing all the problems, was that engine cover. And I don't know, I thought it made sense, you know, and hell, they're guessing at this point. This is probably all new to them too. So I want to get it, don't get it twisted, man. I'm not blaming the dealer. I'm not mad at the dealer. All right, they didn't, it's not like they sold me a bum car on purpose. You know what I mean? Everything, whether you buy shoes, Hot Wheels, real cars, semi-trucks, things break. There's always that one. There's a select few products that just don't cut it. You know what I mean? They get passed through, but they didn't cut the mustard. And I think this truck is one of them, man. I don't believe for a minute David Stanley knew anything about it. It was a brand new truck. They sold it to me. They gave me a great deal on it. And unfortunately, this is just one of those select few that kind of it slipped through the cracks in quality control, man. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because I love the truck. I just don't love this truck. I don't trust this truck. And at this point, I don't know if the problem with this truck is this new architecture, the new wiring to support the new engine. I don't know if it's part of the wiring. Is it part of the engine? Like, is it one specific module? Is it a bunch of modules? This is a ground wire. I don't know. So now it makes me really nervous to even swap out for another one of these because I could end up having the exact same problem again. And then if I have the problem again, then what? Then I got to do it all over again? Come on, man. At this point, I'll tell you what I want. I want another truck with a Hemi. I'll just take the Hemi back, man. Give me the Hemi back, the tried and true. I shouldn't have bought this truck. There's the engine cover sitting all the way in the back covered in dust. You can see I haven't put it on or taken it off because it's literally coated in dust. This is a crying shame, man. It truly is because I absolutely love this truck. Jessica loves the truck. Nick loves the truck. We all love this damn truck. And I just put the bed cover on it too, man. You know how much that costs? Like $1,000 for a bed cover. Hopefully that'll transfer over to another truck if I have to get one. You know, at the end of the day, oh, shut up. At the end of the day, I mean, if they could fix the truck in a reasonable amount of time, and if it was actually fixed, I would continue driving this truck forever. This is not, this is not me sitting here going, I just want to get out of the truck. No, I'm telling you, I love this freaking truck. But damn it, I can't trust it. I cannot count on this truck. And I've got a million cars out here, okay? I've got cars galore. I could drive any one of these any day of the week. I got so many cars, I'll never have to worry about being without something that I could drive that's reliable. And that's the other part that just irks me. I got all look, I'm not going to go through all of them, but like just as an example, man, you want to talk about a car that you could get in and drive 46,000 miles. This thing will drive forever. I don't have to sweat this car. I could get in this and drive this. This Mercedes, I could get in that and drive it. Oh, this is new. Oh, this is new. I didn't know they dropped this off. Oh, and it's got a tree limb under the front of it. That's nice. Oh, I didn't even know this showed up, man. My Lincoln LS. She's actually kind of flashy. Lots of chrome pieces. It's a first look. I didn't even know this thing was here. They stuck it so far back I didn't see it. All right. Anyway, yeah, maybe if this one runs and drives, I could drive that. I've got a lot of cars. I got a BMW in the garage. I've held a 50. You want to talk about a car you could drive that's reliable? How about the 57 Chevy? How about the 57 Chevy? right? You could drive that thing all day, every day. That car has been around for over 50 freaking years, man. You know, closer to 70 years, I think. It's so frustrating to have all these older cars that are reliable and can be driven, but yet the new truck that I buy because I need something that's solid and reliable, dependable, is the one vehicle that I can't depend on. It's extremely frustrating, especially when you're spending, you know, big money on these things. You spend a lot of money on a new truck like this. It's not cheap, and you expect it to be dependable, and then it falls flat on its face. Not once, not twice, 3 times. I think this is like the 4th time this truck has just started acting up like this. And, you know, I bought the truck knowing that it's not the Hurricane engine in these 1500 trucks. This is not the first year of the Hurricane engine. The Hurricane has been out since the Grand Wagoneer, which is, I don't know, like 3 years ago. So I wasn't concerned because I figured by now, 3 years in, all of the issues with the Hurricanes should have been resolved by now. Where I made the mistake was this is the first year that they put that Hurricane engine into the Ram 1500, into these pickup trucks. And I think I'm not the only one having problems, guys. Do your research, do a little Googling, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not the only person experiencing problems out of these Rams pickup trucks. So it's very disappointing. I'm really upset about it. But at the same time, I'm not mad at the dealer. And I like I said, I talked to them today. They're going to do some discussing here soon and try to figure out, you know, if there's a solution. Worst case scenario is, you know, to follow the letter of the law for a lemon law. It's already been in once, and they couldn't fix it. Now it's got the same problem again. It's about to go in time number 2. And I can guarantee you they're not going to be able to fix it. This is going to be one of those persistent problems that just goes on down the road, man. I don't think they're going to find what it is and fix it. Also, parts are like indefinitely back ordered for this. So you cannot get parts for this truck. There's some ignition module they wanted to replace because they suspected perhaps that was what was wrong. No, can't do it because you can't get it. You can't get the control module. So and now we got an ion sensor. What the hell is an ion sensor? It's part of the engine, apparently. It's in the engine computer. And an ion sensor sounds like some shit from Star Trek, man, or Star Wars or something. You know, the ion module is fried, Captain. Come on, man. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I have been a loyal Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram customer for a long time. I have spent an insane over a quarter, easy over $250,000. We're probably getting close to around $400,000 over the last, I don't know, 6-7 years. In fact, I'm certain of it, guys, because think about it. I bought 2 Hellcats. One was a wide body red eye. Both were Challengers. One was a wide body red eye. And then I bought a TRX. These are high dollar cars when it comes to the Ram, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, right? I bought the Grand Wagoneer Series 3 when that came out. That thing was like $126,000 by itself. Each one of the Hellcats was like $80,000. The TRX was probably $80,000. And then think of all the Rams, the Cummins. I've had several Cummins and I've had regular 15. I mean, I've bought a lot, guys. So I'm certain we're around $400,000, maybe even over $400,000 that I have spent. Hell, I bought Jessica's Mustang from them. That car was $50,000 by itself. And I was actually out there today. I'm actually planning on buying, I'll probably be picking it up, a 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee. So I'm spending tons of money with Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, whatever. So I hope that they look at the big picture and they go, you know what, this guy's a great customer. I sure don't I sure don't want to lose him to a company like Chevrolet or, God forbid, Ford. You know, now I'm not mad at the dealership. It's just this is so frustrating to be going through this on a brand new truck. All I want is something reliable. I would love, in a perfect world, I'd love to have another Rebel, but I'd like one that still had the Hemi. I don't care if it's e-torque or not. Doesn't matter. Just give me another Rebel, preferably in red, that still has the Hemi. And we can just call this a wrap, man. We can just sign on the dotted line, take this POS back. Let's, send it to the crusher, take it in for testing. I don't know, cut it apart and try to figure out what went wrong. I don't care. What I don't want is to be stuck with a truck that's going to be sitting in the service department for the next month or 2 months because it doesn't run right. I bought a truck because I need the truck. I got trailers, I got cars, I got things I got to do, things I got to haul. I cannot just sit around and wait for my truck to be fixed. I've got to have something reliable. So this is great. I talked to Tony over at David Stanley. He said, man, let's get the truck back up here ASAP. And I said, cool. I got a button right here, guys. This button right here, that's roadside assistance. I push the button, guy comes on, he says, blah, 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 how many miles, blah, blah, blah. And I tell him, all right, let's get this truck back over to David Stanley in Midwest City, Oklahoma. And he said, we can't tow it there. He said, we can only tow it to Seth Wadley. I don't even know where the hell that is. Who is Seth Wadley? I don't know who that is. I don't want to go to a dealership I don't know. So I tell him, no. I said, I want it to go to Midwest City. And he said, okay, no problem. He said, let me put this in. He said, there may be some out-of-pocket expense. And I'm like, it's 60 miles away. Really? You're going to charge me? Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. I do. I get it. I understand. Because if there's a dealership closer, why should they pay to send it to somewhere I prefer? It's a preference, right? And he said, according to the terms of service, blah, 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 we'll only tow up to 20 miles. And I was like, I don't think there's a dealership within 20 miles of here. You're telling me if I got stuck 1,000 miles away from home and there's no dealership within a 100-mile radius, my roadside assistance that comes with my brand new truck is only good for 20 miles? 20 miles? Unreal. I said, fine, whatever the out-of-pocket expense is, I need it to get up to David Stanley. I'll take care of it. Let me tell you something. I wish I'd been filming because this cocksucker came back and said $750 fucking dollars. $750 fucking dollars to send my truck 60 miles up the road? You're out of your goddamn mind, man. And then I told him, that's not going to happen. Listen, I have towed vehicles from insurance auto auctions down here. Do you know what it cost me? $160. Today, I can have any vehicle. In fact, that Lincoln, I just got that transported. $160. And that's even further away, a lot further away, a good 10 plus miles further than David Stanley is for $160. So the roadside assistance is it's a scam. Absolute bullshit. You got to be out of your mind. You're trying to rip me off. There is no tow truck that's going to charge $750 to haul a pickup truck, a half-ton pickup truck, 60 miles away. No way, man. I could call any tow truck right now, and it's probably $200. $200. No more than $250. Like, tops $250 to carry this thing back up to David Stanley, Midwest City. You're trying to charge me. My truck is broken. It's broken. It's misfired. It's got 18 codes. I'm being told I should probably have it towed in. And you're telling me you're going to charge me $700. What are you doing with the other $500? Somebody's pocketing it. You're ripping your customers off. You're trying to rip me off. That's what's happening. You're trying to rip me off $500 to get this thing towed. I have AAA. I can have this damn thing towed for free. Won't cost me a dime. I got AAA. I could have them come up here in an hour, pick it up, drop it off. We'll be done with this. I can't believe that this truck comes with roadside assistance and you have the nerve to tell me you want $750 to tow it 60 miles up to the city. Now, just to clarify, I understand if there is a closer dealership, whoever this Seth Wadley is, if that dealership is closer, I get it. I get it. From their end, I get it. You're trying to keep costs low, cut costs. I get it. You can tow it to a dealership because it shouldn't matter what dealership it goes to. They are going to fix the truck, or at least attempt to. The problem is my dealership already has experience with this truck. They already know me. They know my truck. I don't want to go somewhere else that they don't know me and they don't know my experiences with this truck. And I get that that's my cost out of pocket. I don't like it, but I accept it. It makes business sense. I get that. So I don't mind paying out of pocket. So if you pay, $100, that's the max you're going to pay to tow it to whoever Seth Wadley is, and you need me to pay $150 to cover the difference because it's $250, fine. I still think I don't like it, but fine. But to come at me with a $750 bid, I need to take a breather. I had to take a little breather because I'm just frustrated. That's all it is. I'm just frustrated. And I think any of you that have gone out and bought something like this would probably be feeling the same way. It sucks to be spending a lot of money on something that you just, something you're supposed to be able to use, enjoy, and you can't trust it, man. It's like being trapped in a bad relationship, except I can't just go get a divorce. I can't leave. I can't just leave the truck. I'm contractually obligated to be stuck to this thing for 60 freaking months. And I have to pay for it every month too, and insure it. I hope we're going to get this resolved one way or another. If you can fix the truck, fix the truck. I'd be great with it as long as you actually fix it. Fix the truck to where it's not giving me these problems anymore, and I will love the truck. I got no problem paying on it for, you guys know I don't keep anything long. Certainly not 60 months, but, for a year or two, I'll drive it, and then I'll be ready to trade it in when I'm done, and hopefully the Hemi is back by then. Please bring the Hemi back, and I'll trade it in for a Rebel with a Hemi, or hell, you know what? I've been considering maybe trading into a TRX. Again, I know I've done this before, but I think maybe we'll see how it goes. If they can get this truck taken care of, great. If not, and they're going to help me out in getting out of it without me having to file lemon law and all that other crap, if they can help me get out of it, that's fine too. If they got a TRX in stock, let's swap it out. I'm down for that. I would absolutely swap this out for a TRX, and I'll go back to getting 5 miles a gallon, and that's fine. That's fine. I could deal with that. With that, guys, I'm going to get out of here because I'm rambling, and I do that when I'm upset. Genuinely, I'm actually upset. I'm not mad at anybody in particular. I just hope that we can get it figured out. So stay tuned because I'm not driving it home. I'm going to end up having roadside assistance carry this thing up to David Stanley, and I'm going to just trust their judgment, man. I'm going to let them do what they do. We're going to do everything we can to try to keep this truck and hopefully have it fixed. And if not, well, we're going to come back in a different video, whether it's fixed or not. So stay tuned. Don't miss it. We'll talk about what the fix was, what the problems were that they think it was, if the parts weren't available, if we're going to trade out of it. I'll have all of that stuff coming up for you in the next video, either on this truck or it'll be me standing in front of a TRX. That's an idea, right? I don't know. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.